Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Check, check. Check this, check that, check everything. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. New day, new stream, new game. Well, it's not really a new game, but it's a game that I've been holding back for a while. I did want to play it on stream, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a playlist out of this. I don't know yet. We'll see. Or if it's just going to be a showcase thing. There are a few performance issues that snuck in. I don't know if it's the game itself or what. Sometimes there are a few lags. So I was kind of holding back a bit, but yeah. It's a game, one of the most played games I have. We're going to start on a new world. I don't even think the old worlds still exist, but nonetheless. Um, it reminds me kind of Minecraft and kind of, I don't know, what should I compare it with? Maybe a very early version of Satisfactory or Factorial. Well, there's definitely conveyor belts and stuff involved. And you progress through, different researches and stuff like that. Yeah, the basic idea, you land on a new world, and it's an aggressive world. You don't have eternal time, and the world is huge. And it's a procedural created world. Well, I gotta be careful with saying huge. It's not huge in like X, Y dimensions, but Z, going downwards. We won't get that far today, but believe me, it goes way down, thousands of blocks. Minecraft only had 200 something, I think. I'm not sure if they changed that. I haven't been playing that recently either. But yeah, this world goes way down, and there are actually different kinds of contents then once you hit different levels. But yeah, I'd say let's have a look. I do not think I got an offline version, yeah, but wait, where's my yeah, all my old worlds disappear. There's nothing left. Nothing left. These are all standard names. No world created yet. The only one I created was this, just to get the sizing there in 2 hours. Had it going in the background. We are going to use a few mods. Let me see, what kind of mods did I have here? It just makes life a bit easier. Yeah. Ah, didn't mean to hit escape. That was my bad. Yeah, I do hope the frames hold up. We shall see. 12 mods selected, but it says... Hey. Doesn't show any... Okay, whatever. So, let's call this one Twitch, so I know it's the one we use here. Right, where's my mouse? There's a mouse. There's creative. Now we're gonna do survival. Yeah. Creative, I guess, there's no enemies, but yeah, survival. Let's see if we can... Rapid, plentiful, fast, normal. I'm gonna leave it to eternal day. Normally you have a day-night. Also has somewhat to do with the solar, but for streaming, I think it's better with day because it does get pretty dark. And since I'm usually chatting a lot, I'm gonna leave the mods simple. Death mode. I don't know what death mode is. Clumsy. No penalty for death. Whatever. We don't want rush mode. I think that's kind of a cheating mode. Yeah. I don't know. Flatland, I have no idea. It's locked anyways. care package. Massive head start. Nah. We'll start normal. The only thing I changed, like I said, is the eternal day, and the mobs are a bit easier, so I'm not constantly busy with dying all the time. So yeah, let's switch over to the gaming scene. Just notice I'm still on the starting screen. Yep. Hello. Alright, now you can actually see what I'm doing there. Did it set everything back? No, it just didn't. It keeps removing the name when I switch. That's weird. 10117. Does it also? I guess the seat is by name or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Any mods? And a wonderful weekend to you. Thank you very much. TGIF. Welcome in, Schaftler. Yeah, it's pretty calm for a Friday. I'm just setting up a new game, new old game. I got somewhat over 1,000 hours into this game, and I've been holding back, but I really did want to present this also on stream, so setting things up. One thing I really like is this mod with infinite stack sizes. A wonderful weekend. Thank you, thank you. I hope I am audible. Am I? I hope. Where's my audio? There's my audio. Yep. Oh, wonderful weekend to you too, Schaftler. Alright. Mineable resin. I do not remember what that is. Nuclear reactor. A square work floor excavator is actually something pretty nice, because the normal one does round. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but yeah. Tricky infinite ore extract. No, I don't like these infinite things. Tricky. I mean, they're cool if you like them, but I'm not gonna use them. Achievements with mods. That's funny. Yeah, because I have a mod. When did I install that? Oh, let's turn off the music. We don't need Jimi Hendrix. Nah, that's too much music. Okay. Enhanced threat scanner. Mineable resin. Might as well, I guess. Don't know why I installed that, and I have no idea. Nuclear reactor. It's been a while since I've played this. This game, I don't know, when did it actually come out? See if I can see it on the store page. Released 2015. It doesn't feel like a game from 2015. Yeah. Does definitely not feel like a game from 2015. This can still hold up. I mean, it's a blocky game, bullet block. That, yes. But if you look, Minecraft is also still alive, still a thing. So yeah, I think we're good with that. I don't know about any of the other stuff. So, everything's set up, Eternal Day. Alright. I'd say let's hop in with the starting scene. FortressCraft Evolved. Okay, so what just happened? We tried to land on a space station around a planet, and it looks like a meteorite, or actually a meteor, hit that, knocked us off course, and now we're suddenly on the planet. Totally was not intentioned. Um, we've survived the initial crash, and Arthur sacrificed himself to make you a tiny survival environment. Arthur's that little picture here. We're going to see him more often. Arthur will now explain a few of your base's features. The force field will disappear when this is completed. Okay. Central Hub, Power Hub. Tutorial active. Press E to open the CPH Central Power Hub. Then click Add Resources. And it also says how to do it. Press E, then add resources to the CPH to make power. Okay. Add resources. Well, add resources. PSBs, or power storage batteries, are your primary way of storing power for your base. Locate your PSB in your base now, then highlight it. Pressing Q will draw power from the PSB into your suit, which in turn will keep you warm. That's this guy. The power storage block, the PSB, loaded itself up via the CPH. Yeah. And now we can suck up some power. We are actually at 256 of 256, as you can see at the top. So I don't think there's much we can do. So once I hit the Q, the next window comes. The OE, the ore extractors. Collect ore whilst you are busy doing other things and require power. Locate your OE and access it with E again. Feed it 200 power, and it will work for over 8 minutes. It's that little guy. The tutorial is pretty good. So let's look for that guy. Oh, there's some lagging. There's some. I actually set the settings pretty low. Hey, give me a second, be right back. I'll need to hop away in a second again. So yeah, the ore extractor. T, offline warning, true. Next call in 30 seconds. Okay, how do we give this guy power? Have a look at it. With E, we can look at it. It is out of power. It extracts coal, but it has none. So we are currently loaded with power. Let's add the power we have to this guy. And with that, it starts to actually extract minerals from underneath it. The storage hopper beside it then stores and processes items automatically. Your machines will take resources from or give them to a storage hopper. Locate your SH. Press Q to empty it. Remove the coal that has been mined. What I am going to do, I'm going to feed this guy even more. See if I can get him full. Then I can head over here, suck off some power again. Alright, we're full again. Alright, storage hopper, last item, coal. Of course, because it's whatever's being extracted is being unloaded directly here. We got 9 free slots, 7 free slots, 5, so it does 2 at a time. Last item, coal, used 100, free 0, so it's full. E, we can open it. Shift E, we can do a vacuum status. That would basically suck it in from the environment. Or Q to retrieve the content. Let's do E first, have a look at it. Here we see there's 100 inside there. We can change the way it works. If it's add and remove, so you can load and unload it, or add only, it will just load up, but nothing could be taken out automatically, or remove only. Vacuum mode is off, so it's not sucking things from the environment. And with that, it said to press Q. There you go. 100 coal transferred to our inventory. Scanning. We can also ping to locate known or unknown items in the world. Once an unknown item is found, you can then scan it. Find an unscanned item now. Inside OR, outside the force field. Highlight it and hold right mouse until it is scanned. Okay. Like I said, I gotta head on 1 sec. Be right back. Okay, I had to answer something real quick. Good. Alright, this thing is filling up again. Yeah. Use 23. It still has pretty much power. This guy used 25, free 75. Takes 30 seconds for it to mine the next one. Why did it go so fast in the first time? Because it was full. Yeah, this thing has a bit of a buffer, so that unloaded every whatever second or two, something like that. But yeah, we now have suddenly a ore scanner in our inventory. So what can we do? Unknown block detected right here. Hold RMB, right mouse button, to scan. Continue to hold. And researching. Once scanned, unknown items need to be researched. Locate and highlight your research station. Then press E. It's fairly simple, the keyboard and everything. It's a keyboard mouse game. So one word to the developer, it was mainly a one-man show that developed this. We saw at the beginning there were a few then that were involved, but the main program, as far as I understood it, was done by a single guy. And that surprised me according to what came out. I mean, this game is, in my opinion, for one person thing, really cool. Really cool. So yeah, locate and highlight, blah blah blah. Researching earns points to unlock new technologies. So we gotta look for this bluish thing. Okay. We shall do that. Is that the bluish thing? Nope. Not the bluish thing? Maybe. Yeah, that kind of looks like it. That's a manufacturer? No. That's the ore smelter? No. There's the research. It's kind of green now. Would be blue if it's in the... What the heck is that? What happened to him? Right. Research station. Press E to open. We already have 2 materials that we scanned, although we only scanned once. So we can process this. It takes how much does it take? Oh, there, 350 from the 1500. But that loads up automatically with the central power unit. To process. Simple crafting author has helped you through the start of your survival mission. Now it's time to say thank you. Head to the crafting plant, select it, press E, and make a power core for Arthur. Now you might be asking, who is Arthur, right? Arthur, if we're lucky, we can find him somewhere around here. Don't see him though. That's our shadow. Hello. Yeah, it's our shadow. Even though we don't see ourselves. But yeah, press E to open, then craft an author power core. Press E, then craft an author. I know that's the sign for it, so author power core needs 2 copper bars. What a coincidence, we have exactly 2 copper bars in our inventory, so let's craft that. That was author talking there. Automation, you've got a few storage hoppers, laser power transmitters, and conveyor belts left over. Locate the holo tutorial around the CPH. This shows you an ideal miniature automation setup. Place your machines there. Okay, I see a conveyor belt. Alright. There's Arthur. Now we can see him. He's got power. Yeah, he always tries to stay on our side. Press H. Hello. Thank you. Block has been scanned, but not researched. So let's head back over here real quick. Should research it as well. Process, that's organic. Detritus, I guess. Yeah. So that doesn't say anything anymore. What I keep forgetting though are the shortcuts. Oh, that's not it. Extractor, that's a painter. That's the scanner, okay. X is our whatever weapon. M is the ore scanner. Okay. And so as soon as we point the... Oh, there. A lot of question marks. We got, for example, the plants. The right mouse button. Oink. Yeah. Next time we look at something similar, it'll say block has been scanned but not researched. As soon as we find an unknown, though, right there. Just scanning a few different things. Get ourselves some research points. This over here, for example, huge block. You might think that this is something different compared to this, but they're actually similar. They just have different colorings. The guy that developed this loved colors. Let's see if we can find any kind of other... There's something there. Scan that. Anything else nearby? It has a pretty long range. Surprisingly long range. Maybe that's also the issue why it's lagging slightly. There's a sluggy thing. We cannot scan that. To the right, we are informed of things we can do or should do. Well, find copper ore, find tin ore. 4 scans are in progress or process. We have 4 scans to process. The CPH lacking resources. Yeah, this guy's running out of power, I'm guessing. Yo. Could try to add resources. Not much so. Yeah. Do the research. What did we find here? This thing was a goopy dangler. It was one of the plants. This thing was one of those blocks. Yeah. Not worth much, but we do get research points for that. This was more expensive. That was actually the large rock. Yeah. And with the last one, the coxcomb was also a plant. We now have 32 research points. Doesn't say anything what we should do with that, but we do have a projects page and, more importantly, a recipe page that probably will fill up over time. Good. Now, we are being informed to do something. Here, place a laser energy transmitter. Here. Place a laser energy transmitter. Here. Ah, LET. Okay. Then use R to rotate it. Okay. Where do we have it? That's that thingamajig. Unfortunately, no picture. Well, that is kind of a picture there. You can see a shadow of it. That's this thing here. Why is there an unknown block here? Okay. Might as well scan that. Anything else? No? Okay. Right. We have that. Place it with left mouse button, and it said with R we can rotate it. Looking to the right, looking towards us, looking towards the left. It is now loading up this PSB, or power storage block, and that again is allowing this ore extractor. See how the power's going up? To load itself as well. Good. Now what we actually want is a bit of automation. So use LMB to place a logistic storage hopper. Logistic storage hopper. Let's flip through here. Logistic hopper. Yes. No special facing required, so just left mouse button that. We could rotate it if we wanted, but no need to. And then with the left mouse button, we want to place some simple conveyors. We have exactly 3 of them. Do we see what direction we're pointing at? No. That's the wrong direction, but as soon as the first one is looking the right way, if you connect something to it, it would also... That was a lie. I was pretty sure it look in the same direction. Oh, this one's actually looking the wrong direction. Maybe that was the issue. So what did we just do? We automated, more or less, the whole system. We have our power unit providing power for our power storage. The power storage is providing power for the ore extractor. The ore extractor is extracting ore, which is a power supply, of course, unloading it automatically to the storage hopper. The storage hopper is automatically unloading to the conveyor belts, which is transporting it to some kind of storage so the central power hub can actually use it. It wouldn't work if we just do the conveyor belts directly to there. It cannot unload from conveyor belts. It does require some kind of storage unit. So, this initial setup is done. And right now it is using yeah, we see the power going up, so it is burning the coal. Yeah, coal burning efficiency is 6%, whatever that means. Yeah, let's either configure. We're full, can't take any power. We could add power from ourselves, well, because we also reload slowly, but yeah, eventually this thing will fill itself up. Good. And with that, the whole world has opened. We are not in a secure environment anymore. No dome, no nothing. We do not live under the dome. Yeah. We also don't have... I have to check the key bindings. Like I said, sometimes it's not key binding. Is there a key binding setting? Remember, you have one unprocessed. It helps you. You're right. I forgot to scan this one, which is worth 10 points. Oh, that's the induction charger. Not relevant. For more information, open the handbook. Yeah. But that gave us more research points as well. Let's see. Okay, we could research this black box, I guess. Research. And with that, we now get some additional projects. No recipes yet, but some projects. Local life forms. We could use another 5 points for that. The planet is not dead. Scanners are detecting both plant and animal life forms. The other one is, looks like we're stuck here. We're going to need to build a base. Power requirement unlocked from black box. For more information. So we're going to use 10 of our 41 points, research that, and it keeps on going. Now we have recipes, actually. We get threat scanners, attack scanners, so it's not a peaceful world. Slime attractors, can use that for those slimy, silvery things to attract them for some kind of, let's say, traps or stuff like that. Enhanced scanners, yeah, different things like that. Aesthetics, can use to beautify our camp, or assembly line machines, or even power grids. I'd say power grids is very important. Assembly line machines is also important, and it keeps going. The more you discover, basic mining, unlocked by that assembly line, it keeps going, it keeps on going. We're eventually going to run out of research points. Yeah. We can upgrade our suit, we can do some scannings, do some mining upgrades, and suddenly we got even more. Now we got laboratories or laboratories. I don't know how to correctly pronounce it. I used to always say laboratories, but I hear so many people calling it laboratories. But anyways, that's too many points. We're already down to 7. The only thing we got left is automation. Let us do that. Now we have room building, basic robotics, but we are basically out of points. This one even requires a laboratory. Recipes have grown. We got different kinds of conveyor belts now, splitters, and then eventually machines. Like I said, this is one of those progressing games where one element becomes another. And yeah, that is the basic idea of the game. So what do we want to do now? It warns us on the top right, these are the tasks that you should take care of. So it actually tells us the scanner is M. Now let's see, can we scan for something specific? We can basically ping unknown, ping known ore. I don't think we know the ore yet though, do we? Or maybe we do? Alright, we do have some ore that is known, but we could also ping the unknown. I don't know if that really... it did. I don't think the blue was there yet. So what we're currently looking for is basically something near the surface. I just keep... That's a very small chunk of ore, if that's really the case. Where did my inventory go? Ah, I pressed the wrong F button. Oh, that's coal. Okay, that's a really small thing of coal. This is basically where we landed. That's why it's still burning. What happened to the ship? There used to be a ship there where we crash landed. Maybe that was removed. Yeah. I do not think it can hurt us. No, it's just a graphics. So keep scanning, keep scanning. Known ore. What would be a good spot? It's kind of hard to tell if it's close by or not. And if you look at the world, it is very procedurally designed. So there are a lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. But there can also be massive drop-offs. Oh, there's a different kind of rock, I guess. Okay. Okay. It's actually quite interesting. Is that right on the surface? Take a quick look. Right mouse button with the weapon or whatever this utility weapon. Okay, from the looks of it though, it is coal. Does it tell us coal somewhere? Would you please tell us that this is coal? I don't see it. Somewhere it does tell you what kind of material it is. But yeah, that's the only known material. That's why it's not really of interest. It will be. I mean, we're gonna need coal for sure. But currently, we're actually looking for unknown. For example, the copper and the tin. I got 2 scans. One was this leafy dangler. The other one was the rock, I believe. Yeah, it's another large rock. And with that, we could either decide one of the projects, for example, laboratories, or progressing in the recipes. For example, one of the most primitive items, hiccup, that we will start creating is the iron gear maker. Cost 5. Don't know why it's shown in red because we have plenty of points. But there's many more items, and this is just the beginning. Yeah. Workflow excavator. Auto builder. I don't know about the auto builder. I never used it really much. Square workflow, yeah. That's a pretty cool one. That was one of the mods. So this workflow excavator digs a 33-meter wide, 3-meter tall circle. But this one does it actually square, which allows you a bit of a nicer build, excavating. What does excavating mean? We'll see that probably sometime soon. Yeah. Okay, then we have several updates we can do for our ore extractors, but we haven't even planted a single ore extractor, so that's our next project. Ping unknown and figure out there's something bluish there. I am guessing that is copper. And we are going to do, let's see, did it land anywhere? I guess not. What is inventory? There. For example, what we could do, if you like flat areas, just the material you collect actually lands in your inventory. Oh, there's something in the way. And before long, that's why I like the infinite stacking. It does get in your way. So, for example, what I'm doing here, terraforming, beautifying, whatever you want to call it, before long I'll have thousands and thousands of similar elements. And if they only stack for like 50 or 100 or something like that, you run out of room. And I don't know. I don't like that. But if you do choose to play this game, it's totally up to you if you use mods or not. I use it for convenience, not for cheating. Okay, where'd that thing go? Somewhere underneath here. Are we getting close? Actually looks like it's somewhat underneath the ground. So yeah, what we're gonna do, take a look. Use a ore extractor. So we did hit something there. Unfortunately, the graphics is right there where the whatever it is. Unknown block. So let us. I cannot see a thing. So I think that's the ship. Why did the ship? Did something actually harm us? There. Why is that showing? The health points look good. What does it turn red? Something is hurting us, but not really hurting us. That's awkward. Okay. Okay, let us scan this and see what it is. No, that's not it. Where'd it go? That? I can't quite target it. There. New scan. What did we find? New material. Rubble. But this one, 15 points. We should see 15 points. Yep. That is the copper. Okay. Now if we scan, it shouldn't show up as unknown anymore, right? Alright, that's something different. Yep. So we did actually find copper here, but we have something over here now. In blue. I thought that one was blue as well. ourselves some space here. Just for starters. It's somewhere down here. How far down is it? Okay, have a look. Probably not far enough down for this. One more. Could be getting close. There's something. Unknown. What do we have here? Let me guess. Tin. Find tin ore with ping unknown. One scan in progress. Unknown gives us another 10 points, and yes it is. It is tin. Now if we scan unknown, we're gonna have to wait until this disappears, otherwise it's confusing. But nothing, yeah, nothing shows up. So we're done with the game, right? We got copper, we got tin. No, there is a lot more. There's a lot more involved. Just making a bit of area for ourselves so we have something to work with here. Alright. Yeah, don't worry if you make a mistake. Like I said, we already have like 180. You can just place it back. It has a slight different tone to it, a different color. Yeah. But for example, if I do accidentally, didn't want to destroy that, for example, I just place something there. And if you are really into aesthetics or something like that, then you can also always use those custom creatable ones. So just giving ourselves some room. And yes, the range is pretty far. I could even destroy the blocks over there. So the range is pretty good. Not like other games where it's only 2 or 3 blocks away. So I have to be a bit careful so I don't destroy the whole mountain behind there. Because if you can see it, there's a bit of a square there that we can see. So we could actually destroy stuff from back there. And we can scan things that are way over there. Whatever that is. Okay. Nice finding. Also, what we have to pay a bit of attention to is the further we progress in the game, as far as I understand it, there are stages that are then triggered depending on your progress. Now, I haven't figured it out. Intentionally, I haven't figured it out because it's kind of a bit of a spoiler. But I think you can hold off whatever the designer of the game had in mind, what happens when next. So you're not overrun in the beginning already. And no chance of surviving anything like that. So I believe there are certain triggers there. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? I forgot where it tells me the material. Well, it just says now is we have one unprocessed. That was the thing that we found up there. 1 point, yeah, it's not much, it's snow. Okay. Dang it. Not remember. It's not really showing any difference, is it? Don't remember. Oh, that's just what we have in our inventory right now. What, MK1 ampule? What? How did that work? Don't remember. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that. Hmm. So it's hints? No, that's the book, right? It does go to the material, though, so this is basically coal. That's not what we were looking for. What we can do now, though, is instead of unknown, say known ore. Things are going to get bright here, right? Got this one block here, and then now we got colorful stuff. Yeah, look at that. Unknown is just a single color, but now green is copper, I think, and blue. Yeah, there's the copper we found earlier. And if you just heard that, author's trying to reload. What? It's an awkward sound. The heck was that? Yeah, it has an internal battery. It tries to help me reload. I'm at 148 of 256, as you can see at the top left. Think you can see it? Yeah. And with the energy that author has, it tries to fill me up again. So, anyways, I still don't know. Like if I do this, it's a rough hewn, but I thought I showed it on the. Let's see it. I thought I showed it here somewhere. Maybe I figured that out over time. Pretty sure there is a way to show it on the HUD. I'm surprised that this is still. Yeah, the ooh sound is basically because there's still a scan in progress, let's say, or something that's still from the scanner showing up in the world. As soon as that disappears, it does already get quieter. That should stop the humming. A bit tedious at the beginning. Well, the builder blocks thing is always tedious. Unless you use those excavators and stuff like that intensively, which I use way too seldom. You can speed things up a bit, but it requires quite a bit of energy, and I don't think we have that much endless energy yet. Okay, where did we find that material? It's down here somewhere. Okay. Gotta be a bit careful, you can't drop yourself off, and you can't land in... Yeah. You can drop way down. I don't remember if there's fall damage, but I think... No, there might not be fall damage, but... I mean, if you fall like 1,000 feet or something, then... Well, you're stuck with it, right? You can always get out, but you'd have to probably basically dig yourself out if you don't have other ways of getting around. So, yeah. Right. Did we finish this off? Not quite. I used to be good at this timing. Row for row. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this the first time. I think I was there in early access. And as I said, the game's been around for a few years, but I still I still think it looks pretty okay-ish. What the age it is. Oh yeah, there, look. The plane or the spacecraft that we landed on is actually under the ground. I'll go hey hey, I'll go hey hey. Hello, space. Welcome in. Welcome in. How was your week so far? What time is it now? Should already be in weekend mode. If you are, happy weekend. If not, well, it's on its way. But, yeah, I can't destroy huge things like this. It actually says use, hold left shift. Left shift. Oops. Okay, I can destroy it with left shift. But for example, now when I drop in here, recovering. Well then, get well soon. Oops. Happy recovery. Let us clear this out to see how big of a mine we found here. Or reservoir. What a big area. Let's see, can we can scan this, I think, right? Yep. And this will actually tell us then it has 1.33 million tin ores. That's a fair size of tin there. Is that good enough to... Still haven't discovered the whole area. How huge is this? Yeah, it's big. That's a big area there. Oh, the cool thing is, though, you don't need to place miners on the whole thing, or excavators, or whatever. What are they called? Where are they? Here? Or excavators, yeah. You don't need to place it on the whole thing as long as it's on one of those blocks. That's connected to a whole vein. Vein, yes, the word I was looking for. That is good enough to extract from the vein. In other games, you have to have it, wherever it's placed, it just does vertical. Nope, not on this one. You place it somewhere on the vein, horizontally, vertically, upside down. It can excavate the whole vein. It just has to be connected. So if you destroy half of it, then it only knows the right-hand side or the left-hand side. So leave it together. And these things do have 1.3 million in them. Sounds like a lot, but in the end, it will eventually run out. Because once you get into more expensive stuff, they do require a lot of material. A lot. Alright. That's what I meant. Accidentally removed. We're going to make a type of step here. Let's see, maybe here as well. And you know what? Just for the heck of it. There as well. doesn't really matter. And yeah. Oh, I forgot something, I think. Did I forget something? Where is it? Oops, that's the wrong thing I called. Does this actually work? Let's see if that works. If I just broke something. I think it worked. Okay. If you remember from yesterday, I'm going to try it today again, see if you guys still have fun with it. If not, I might just remove it, but I'm going to do a short AFK, be right back. And in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys, as we were doing yesterday, bit of name guessing. Yeah. And whatever that is, sumo. Type what you think the solution is. If you're lucky, you win. If you want to participate, all you have to do is just type something into chat. No exclamation point, no nothing, no slashes, no commands. Just what you think that this is. In the meantime, I'm taking a short break. I will be right back. And I'm back. Nobody guessed anything? Okay, I'll be gone with the game. Break already. Well, yeah, I do an hourly few-minute break, usually when the ads are up, but I was a bit late today. Helps me keep my sanity. No, helps my back issues. So if I don't get up at least once an hour, the day after, or at the latest 2 days after, later, I basically can't stand. Yeah. So, oops, didn't actually want to remove that, did I? We got the stairs there. Okay. So, what we have to do? It says place ore extractor on copper, place ore extractor on tin. So, let's find the ore extractor. It's a smelter, no. Ore extractor, that's this guy here, okay. Place it, like I said, we can place it anywhere, doesn't matter. Place it here. Good. That is on tin now. Tin automation. Your new ore extractor will require connection to your base. Use a hopper and conveyors to achieve this. If you lack resources, you can carry a few items by hand. Well, another issue that we have. Hello, Mr. Slime. You seem to like this ore extractor, yes. Fortunately, I can't do anything about this right now because we don't have anything. Yeah, we don't have any weapons or anything. Do we? Nope. Do we or don't we? Why is there not a key binding here? Help. Controls? There we go. La 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 la. Left mouse, right mouse, switch mouse. V for ray gun. V for ray gun. We do not have a ray gun. No. Oops, I forgot to end that game. There we go. Okay. What we can do though, we can add manual power from ourselves. Now Arthur's trying to help fill it up again until he's empty. Now we're empty. But the ore extractor has power. So what we can do is then, we got a miniature logistic hopper. Yeah, store's only up to 2. And these guys are, they love this ore extractor. They are attracted by any kind of action happening on their world, like ore extractors. Okay. And it just exploded or something? What happened? Let's see, we can redirect some of the energy. Oh, there's the next one coming over. Let's see, that is there. Just for orientation, we're going to place it here, but we actually need to align it, let's say, to here. Not the right... Oh, see, one more. And luckily, we can place and destroy as often as we wish. It costs no resources. So yeah, that should be the right side. Let's place a few blocks here. Okay, a few more. Nope. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Okay. Got a few left. Right. Now that is now actually sending energy as it's connected to the central hub. What we're going to do here, though, instead of having this guy here, we are going to use one of these power storages and then transfer it from there. This guy's filling up. filling up? Oh, because that has an internal storage that took a bit. Yeah, that one's filling up. And there or this line as well. Yeah, this fire eventually burns out. It's just an initial graphics where we basically crash landed. Okay, there's the copper. That's good. There's still copper. How far does the copper go out? Further. Okay. Just so we can get down from all sides. Keep it kind of like a stair system. What was that? Coal out of storage. 30 minutes. Oh, that's nothing to worry about right now. Out of storage. That means it can't store anything, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We need another row? Mayhaps. We shall see. Ah, dang it. Used to be perfect at these line creations. Even another line. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, we can check how big this is. This is also 3.8 million. The other one was 1.3. That's... wow. I don't know why it's telling like we're burning, but we're not burning. So what we're gonna do is place another ore extractor here. Yeah. Then copper automation. Your new ore extractor will require connection to your base. And the same thing is said about tin. Use a hopper and conveyor to achieve this. If you lack resources, you can carry a few items by hand. All right. I forgot something. Be right back. Actually, didn't forget anything. It's right there. I oversaw it. Okay. Yeah, if you lack resources, you can carry a few items by hand. Good. This thing has no power. In the meantime, we are full, and I hope Author's full. We're going to add manual power. Yeah, Author's trying to fill us. At the top left, you can see it. Author's empty. The ore extractor is full. So place a itty bitty hopper, hopper in front of it. And yeah, that's basically it. We only have 2 spots there, but fortunately the thing itself also has a bit of a storage. I think 100, I think. So might as well let that fill up. Because what we need now would be diagonal conveyor belts. All we have is none. Oh, we do have a few. Oh, we do have a few. Yeah. So we can do something like this. Hey, how that works. I thought there was a way to keep the direction. Yeah, what I didn't take into mind though was this guy should actually go over here, because that's where we're going to place the, or get the energy the power over. Right. But now we have, since we destroyed it, we have some copper in our inventory now. Because we took out what was in the inventory. Okay, let's see. We got a few horizontal ones. Very, very slow. But yeah, they're moving. They're as slow as you can get. So let's transport that over. Upgrade as soon as you can, yeah. Basic conveyors. They're the slowest conveyors in the world. Okay, might as well turn that there, turn that there. And then we're basically at the base. Same thing for the other one. But before that, let us automate this so it transports the power to here. And what we have to keep an eye on, we'll just make life easy for ourselves. Have a vertical tower here. Why am I doing this? So we can transport, I guess, the first 15 minutes or over? 30 minutes? 60 minutes? I'm not sure what the interval is. Yeah. A short recap what we have done so far and what the current state is. And it wants us to set, so we'll set it to 1 hour. Okay. As I was saying, have the power automatically transported to that. Now it fills up itself. 175, 178, 179, 181, yeah. It is filling up. And hadn't I done this... There. It is transporting it back home. Good. Pretty much the same thing over here. Let's see. We'll do something like this. See how far up we have to go. To where the beam is. And also here, place a transmitter. Now that thing is being powered. Get the conveyors to transport everything back. In a very slow manner. But we should have enough. These things are actually default. There are no slow versions of this. So... Oops. Where'd it go? Diagonal. And horizontal. Oh. That wasn't well designed. Okay. What we can do, put this on top. And have the collector one higher, or the transmitter. There we go. Pick up the thing that dropped. Now it works. Yeah, that was my bad. These are just initial designs. Could be they're going to be there for a while, though. So they should work. And then, let's say, maybe with one space between, transport everything over. It should be enough. Okay. Coal out of storage. What do you keep telling me here? It's actually not that bad. It's just telling me we can't store anything more because we're full. That's okay. But test a grappling hook. Oh yeah, that's also a nice feature with the F. You can travel long distances in a fairly easy way with the grappling. Or get back down there. It is slightly gravity handled. Yeah, doesn't work great downwards, but for upwards or traveling across chasms or stuff like that, it's really handy. Okay, automate smelter output, automate smelter input. So, what does it want? This guy is still filling up. This is our tin, this is our copper. We are going to put a storage here, and let's say a storage here. This guy is remove only. Yep. And this one is add only. What does that mean? Conveyor belts always fill it up, but for machines, for example, your basic ore smelter, it will only take stuff that is either add and remove or remove only. Yeah. So we got the wrong type of storage here, because the way the initial one uses material, it requires actually 4, and this little logistic hopper, tiny and somewhat slow, can only provide 2. Now the question is, we can create storage hoppers out of 15 logistics hoppers. That won't work. We can create a mini hopper that can store up to, where did it close? Store up to 10 resources, but transfers very slowly. But for that, we just take this little boy there, do a self-creating boom crafting, and that should set that to remove only. Why am I doing that? So things that have been created do not get pushed back into here, so it's not a, it doesn't create a deadlock filling up with the smelted elements. Instead, it only takes out the raw material. And this guy is smelting. It's heating up right now. And once it's hot enough, it shall start smelting 4 copper ores for 1 copper bar. I don't know, 1500, whatever it was, the temperature that is required. Takes a while. It is a very basic ore smelter, not the fastest. But it does allow us to create our first materials. First bars, at least. Boom. Yeah, that went pretty fast. But now once the heat is up there, it makes sense to keep it in the flow. Otherwise, as we saw, it takes forever to heat up. So yeah, we have our first automation here. Conveyor belts, or should I say, we got energy production here, pretty much for beginners, pretty much automated. It is self-supplying itself with energy to the ore extractor, extracting coal. The coal is going in there to provide the energy. So we have some energy production, some of the energy we need for our extractors over here, coal and tin. Unfortunately, we only have one. Well, that's a lie. We have two. Um, two basic ore smelters. We could set up another one here. Problem, though, is we do not have any kind of storages anymore. So I don't think we can create any yet. What's up, Tenful? Welcome in, good sir. Welcome in. Happy weekend. Haven't seen this one. Yeah, it's new for me to stream it, but as I said before, I have nearly 1100 hours into the game. I have played it. I've never finished the game. I have to admit that, but I have played it a few times. Yeah, gotten pretty far, but never actually completely completed it. So, and I find it's a great game, especially because from what I remember, it was a one-man show that created the game, and for that, it's pretty good. He did have some help later on, or whatever. For it did say additional something something, and a couple of names there. Yeah, it was basically mainly a one-man show as far as I remember. What is his name? I see that. Projector Games. I think that's a one-man show. Pretty much. Might be different now. I mean, this game is already 10 years old, although it definitely does not feel like 10 years, but yeah, I can't imagine that it's already a actually 10-year-old game, but definitely still worth playing. A lot of thinking, conveyor belts and stuff like that. Dang it, where do we get storage from? Base defense? Laboratories? Laboratories? Basic robotics requires the laboratory. Base defense. We're gonna have to get that really soon. Afraid we're gonna die, but let's go for that. Mothballs. Whatever. Basic robotics. Yeah, how do you get storage? Can we search? Storage. Starting guide. Reference. Materials, ores. No, let's just do ores. Guides. Spoilers, nah. My tools, unknown materials, video tutorials. No. Crafting ingredients. Machines. There's logistic storage hopper, yeah. Doesn't say anything though how to create it, how to research it. Where could that be? Where could that be? How could we figure that out? storage hopper. We cannot place it though. We can copy it, but not place it. Oh no. Heist, super heist. Waypoint. What's beeping in the background? Attack scanner, slime attractor. Advanced filters, priority splitters, makers. Just gonna check if anything else pops up once we have this stuff. Solar cell, suit beacon. Oh, something crashed into the ground. Storage crate. Yeah. Something crashed into the ground. Fortunately, we did not see where. Yeah, sometimes things drop onto the ground from space. There's something. Basic logistics research. Requires laboratories, but we did research that. There's normal conveyor belts. Ah, manufacturer. Where's the manufacturer? We did have a manufacturer here somewhere. Oh, there's a smelter. Okay, there's a smelter. There's a manufacturer. Can this make other things? Here's storage. Storage hopper. Lightweight machine housing and iron gear. I knew it. We need those. So for that, either we produce it on our own. Let's see, material. 2 lightweight, 10 iron. Can we self-produce this? 2 lightweight, 10 iron. Doesn't look like it. Lightweight? No. What kind of craft do we need for that? Power gen. Get rid of that. Basic ore extractor. Forced induction is cool. Well, we need also material for that. How did this work again? Conveyors, where are the machines? Where are the machines? Lightweight machine housing. Okay. Here. Conveyor crafter, stamper plant, extrusion. Lightweight machine. We need tin plate and copper wire. For tin plate and copper wire. Does not require external power. Converting bars into plates. Okay. Bars into wires. Okay. So, as a reminder, we were trying to get this 2 lightweight machine and 10 iron gear. 2 lightweight machine and 10 iron gear. Iron gear. There's the iron gear. Lightweight and copper. Wish we could put that on a wish list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make notes. I do not have the memory today. Okay, where's my stream notes? There. All right. So, the storage hopper requires two. Oh, I wrote it wrong anyways. Just noticed. Machine housing and 10 iron gear. Lightweight machine housing. Oh, wait, and we need. Oh, that's just the final. Okay. Now for the lightweight, here, we can create that on our own. 12 tin plates. And tin plate requires, of course, a stamper. Yeah. Bar to plate. Stamper plant. And that requires 5 tin bar and 1 copper bar. Good. What we have already should be a more or less full stack here. 25. It's still hot. Okay. Now what we're going to do, though, is feed it with this, remove that for now. Take all of this. Take all of this. And take all of this and let it do tin now. Unfortunately, very manual. Yeah, not too automated. Because we don't have the storages that we need. We have the smelter there, but we don't have the storage where we can, well, load and unload. That's why we have to do a bit of a workaround here. But yeah. Tin bars are being produced. Once we have enough, we can then create the stamper plant we need. Yeah, we already got the copper. Extrusion we're going to need for the wire later on. Let's do one step at a time. And let's do it very simple for now and keep it here on the on-prem, on the camp, on the CPU, CPH. Right? Makes sense for now. We could try to spread it out, but all we have is just one more of these laser energy transmitters, the LETs, LETs, or BLETs, basic LETs. So yeah, we're helping ourselves with this here. Right. Okay, it said 5. We got 5. Pull that out. Craft one of these guys.
Crafting.
Crafting. Thank you. And that should have landed here. And never mind what I just said. We do actually have to pull it out. Oh god, how are we gonna feed this guy? Now, this is one that didn't actually have to be fed with power. Take bars from a conveyor, convert to plates, and then offloads to another. Okay. How are we going to do this? How do we do have storage hoppers? Oops. I just noticed we do have storage hoppers. This guy is a Remove only this. This guy is going to go back to doing these. All right. And this guy is taking stuff from here and here to make plates. Actually, we can just do it like this. Not sure if we actually need a spot in between. We'll just leave it there for now. Middle mouse click, you can copy any element, boink, boink. And then you can basically place that you just copied. Okay, right. It requires 1 bar for 1 plate, I believe. And what we're looking for are these storages. Housing and iron gear. I'm wondering how we're going to get our hands on iron gear. I'm a bit worried about that. Iron plates into iron gear. Yeah, it's something we actually don't have yet. So we're a bit premature here because all we have is tin and copper. Okay, in the meantime, we have a new quest on the top right. It's probably been there for a while. Just the red lighting there. Let's see if I can find an abyss somewhere. Just huge chasms around here. And here it's pretty light, but we could be underground and you can hardly see anything. Just imagine it's dark there. And then we have glow sticks. They're endless. We can throw them in. Okay, now I know why you usually have that module turned on with the smoke. That is very disturbing. I mean, it looks cool, but yeah. And these things basically do what they're supposed to do. They glow in the dark. If you can see through the smoke. So, lightens up dark places. Right? Yeah, but I forgot that smoke is actually a thing. Okay, left control to super build. Build a forced induction kit. Left control to super build. Okay, remember the last thing that we had built. And basically just built from wherever to my spot. Right, super build at least 91 more blocks. Well, we could come up with something like this. Control. Ugh. It actually goes under the ground as well. Replaces what was there before. 70 more. Has that always been there? Could be. Might have forgotten. Okay, build a forced induction kit. The heck is that? Forced induction. Can't do that. I don't know what a forced induction. Do we have to research that? Forced induction kit. Help. Can I search here? Still can't. What is a forced instruction? Build a forced induction kit. Oh, there. Is that a kit? I don't know. But we do need to automate things, that's for sure. Ouches. Okay. Got this stuff automated, more or less. Okay, I could consider. Yeah. Storage block. There's a, okay, laser energy. Large lithium. We have no idea what lithium is. We have no idea what iron is. Yeah, we're kind of stuck for a while with our tin and copper, I believe. We could go on expedition. Unknown. There's some shinies there, but that is not, I'd say, real ore spots. Yeah, not really. There's the humming again. There's something unknown. Okay. Just remember where we are. Thankfully, we can see that energy beam there. This is stuff I do not like to already see. I do not like this dark stuff. I don't like that. This is progressing too fast then. Yeah. That is definitely too close already. Is something different over there, or is that the same stuff? Oh god, I can't see it. It's already been scanned, yeah. And it's along the whole way. So, a bit of a spoiler already. It's too early. We could have wandered out that way. The way back would be tedious. We have bosses in all four corners of this theoretically endless world, and they send out things as soon as they touch a block, they explode, and then you get this kind of weird stuff. Now we're gonna have a look. We're gonna scan this. And that. And we will see that this stuff is, let's first do that, is actually soft resin. And resin is not good. Soft resin appears to be a byproduct of the Overmind's attempts to reach the central power hub. It's most usually located diagonally to our base on the surface. Organic rock is plentiful here. Yep, so they're shooting already things at us from all four corners of the world. diagonally. Here's the straight block. So in 45 degrees each direction there. Didn't expect that stuff to already be here that close. Well, whatever. Yeah. We can try to help ourselves. For example, go underground a bit, but that isn't actually a solution. That's a false positive to think that that will save us. They will eventually find us wherever we are. So yeah. Let's see, did we get any recipe actually out of that? Mm, no. Hey. We are working on this. So can we already consider, for example, making real... okay, we got tin plates there. We got copper wire, not yet, but copper wire sounds doable. That would be the extrusion. And for that, we are producing tin plates. Well, at least tin. We could easily create then the plates from them. Right? Or do we have to produce it here? Stamper. Craft.
Crafting.
Crafting. Thank you. There to there. This stuff doesn't require energy, as we learned. There. And there. So this is actually fully automated now. Creating tin plates. This one is almost automated. Yeah, just had a little boo-boo there. We can do it like this. There. Oops. There. Pass it through there. Actually, you know what? Pass it through there. And now that is also automated. Now we are creating tin and copper plates. If we need the copper plates, not sure yet, but I think that was required here for the extrusion, right? Metal bars into wires. No. Okay. Okay. Well, we got a few copper plates now. Whatever that's worth. Tin plate. Tin plate.
Crafting.
Crafting. Also does not require external power, which means we can simply, I hope, simply pipe it in. Does it need... No, it doesn't even need storage. Okay, we could have saved the storage over here. Except that we can't get it out of there. No. Good. And with that, I think we can direct it directly there. There it goes. We got the copper wire. Copper wire, tin plates. We are moving forward. Right. So, coiler into coils. Coils. PCB. Yeah, that resin kind of kicked me off. What we really want is to consider where we're gonna have our mine to go downwards. Because from my experience, it doesn't really matter where we go, where we start. Just shouldn't be too close to everything, but maybe also not too far away. So what we're gonna do might actually be a bit too close. Be it as it is. What we're gonna do is start digging downwards. Now, how do I like to do this? First, I have to figure it out myself again. Yeah. Why is that already missing? Should leave us enough room so we can actually build stuff there. For the moment, I think 3 wide should be good enough. 3 wide, 4 high. We already handed on coal. Oh, great. Coal is nice to find. Just didn't expect it right here. Let's see. What does it say how big this is? 1.6 million. You know what? Yeah, that's a huge ore that we can't get around. That's funny. That being said, that was a terrible spot to choose then. Instead, there's more coal. Dang it, where are we gonna start? What's that cool, 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 cool? I never heard that before. I don't know. Okay. I'd say let's start building down here. See if this was a better idea. Okay, now I'm making it 4 wide. Doesn't really matter. Could be just 1 wide for the beginning. It just takes a bit longer this way. And what kind of design am I doing is basically just a staircase, stairway, going diagonally down. Eventually we will be enhancing it with, say, light sources, power supply. We're going to need all that down if we do actually find something down here. So what am I doing here? I'm actually looking for higher materials now, because we're going to need them. Even though we don't have enough material to transport them and stuff like that, like conveyors, we're running low on everything, energy transmitters. Boom. There's the super dig with a control right mouse click. Basically using up all our power. Now we have to head back up to the sun. But that allows us to You can't extract it that way, but it's kind of my way. So I'm just using super. Yeah. If I had waited to fill up the super dig with the control. Dang it! The next break is already on. Ah, sorry about that. Those that are on the ad break. I'm taking a short break now. Those that can still hear me. You guys have fun. I'm gonna let you guys guess again. If you guys don't guess, I'm gonna drop this game, but the guessing game. But yeah, right, let me first connect it again. There, and yeah, good luck. I have no idea what it is, and just enter your answer into chat, what you think it is, and if you're right, you win. If not, basically the hint bar fills up, and sometime once it's full, the next letter is revealed. So enjoy. I'll be right back. Okay, backstretched again. How many guessed? Nobody? Nobody guessed. Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of that game. Alright. Let us continue. Oh, it's on pause mode. I didn't fill up the energy. Yeah, we can suck some energy from this guy. It'll fill up eventually, I hope. I hope. And control. Unfortunately, it costs quite a bit of power. We do not have that much power at this moment. So things go slow at the beginning, as usually in most games. Oh, we made it. Okay. Yeah, if you power dig further or use the super dig, it basically burns through the ground like a hot knife through butter. So you have to pay a bit of attention when that block you're trying to super dig is actually gone. Like, these guys aren't really in my way right now. We can't check how big is this. 0.04, that's a pretty small one. So yeah, what we're looking for, like I said, different kinds of materials. At least iron, we know that stuff exists due to the iron gear that we have to use. And we are currently on layer. Where do we see that? Doesn't really show us the layer, does it? There. Oh yeah, there it is. Surface minus 17, so we're 17 under the ground. And as I said, this world goes at least 1,000. It goes deep. Deeper than wide. Or, yeah. Very long way, yeah. Very long way. And there are different contents that then happen once you hit certain areas. But we don't really want to hit areas. We want to ping for unknown. There's something underneath us and something shiny over there. But we're digging diagonally. So either... Can't quite tell how far that is, but I think it's a couple of blocks still below us. Maybe we find another one that is closer. Otherwise, we can make side tracks, then pass back once we are at the layer that is, and figure out what it is. Eventually, this path is going to be maybe 10, 15 wide. We're just trying to get down there. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to activate my alerts. There's going to be quite a few first chats going through, so don't be surprised. Schaffdach. And... well... where's the rest? Oh, don't tell me that thing's broke again. Yeah, there's just first chat, so clear the queue. There. Let's hope the next one. This isn't so broken. Welcome in, Mustix. What kind of Minecraft mod this is? This isn't Minecraft. This is actually a game on its own. Initially developed by a one-man show. Uh-oh. Found a chasm down there. It has resemblance to Minecraft due to the fact that it's block-oriented. Okay. Am I scanning or not? There. I'd have to chat the background there. Yeah, how are you feeling today, Musics? I hope better. Ah, didn't want that to happen. Glowstones, glowstones, can't see a thing. Oh, no, no way. Really no way I removed that smoke. Basically see nothing. There we go. What was it? Oh, there's a plant there. Okay, do we have any unknown here? Still kind of underneath us. That was the one we found, right? Yeah. And it's getting dark. It's getting really dark. Yeah. We're entering a zone where we have no light. We do have a few with us here. These thingamajigs give us a bit of light, but eventually that's going to run out as well. I think Musix is still considering how he's going to answer how he's feeling today. Yeah. We find coal again. Yeah. 0.3. Okay, that's pretty much going to be the end of our energy that we have. We could try to go around it. Yeah. Better, much better. There you go. That's a good answer. I like that. Oh, the smoke. Yeah, we need to get power down here. Oh, it's still underneath us. We're getting close, though. It disappears pretty fast, which means we are pretty close to it. So, Mr. Musix, what is your plan today, then? Like, do you still have dinner plan first, or are you up for a round of split fiction, or do you just want to kick back and enjoy the Friday? I'm open for... Well, I'll wait for your answer. We're getting close, aren't we? Remember how far apart we put these things. Another coal. We're so close to whatever that is. Could be lithium, could be iron, which we know both exist. And that was our last light. But we can produce a few, if I see that right? Ah, that's made from coal, actually.
Crafting, crafting, crafting.
Crafting. Hey, how close are we now? We gotta... Unknown material, 100%. Oof! Eh? Black is... Ah, don't tell me it's just this stuff. Thing unknown. Thing known. Really? Thought we had ore underneath this. Well, dang it. I guess we have to research it then what it is. Unknown orange glow, unknown bedrock. So it actually wasn't any kind of ore. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Oh, there's something over there. That's cool. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna sidetrack here. It's underneath us. Are we too high? It's right there. Are we one block too high or something? Ah, what it looks like. Scanning tin. That ain't unknown. Eh? King unknown. Unknown block detected. What is that? Okay. Oops. There's tin, there's something else here. Which just looks like normal rock. Eh. That's just normal rock. Okay. One unprocessed scan. Huh? What? Sigrin. Welcome in. Welcome in, Sigrin. Let's see, what were you doing? Where is it? Sky something, something, something? What was it called? Children of the Light. That was it. Sky, Children of the Light. Yeah. Looks like you're invading. Well, you're raiding, not invading. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, how was it? How was the game? Play through the story of Vanguard. Okay. I do hope you had fun then. Story of Vanguard. I don't know why I got rid of that smoke. Can't see a single thing here. Oh, a bit sad. Yeah, that's actually nice. Oh, and cool music. Okay. You do like to play those emotional kind of games. Get involved. No block. That could be iron. Yes, I think we found it. Can't see a thing, but it looks cool, but it does get in the way with the smoke. Good. What did we find? Yes, it is iron. It is iron. Nice. What we can do is put an ore extractor down there, load it up with our own energy, and at least get some iron. Kickstart things. 3-stream streak. Thank you very much for that. And thank you everybody that came along with Sigrin. We are playing FortressCraft Evolved. It is not one of the newest games. It's been around for a few years. It was a one-man show that created it, as far as I know. And I feel it's a pretty cool game. You crash land on this planet here, and you have different kinds of... it's one of those resource building games. Start with nothing, and then slowly but surely enhance. This is our crash site. You can see parts of the ship peeking out here. It's kind of weird that it's on the ground, though. Usually it's somewhere on top. Yeah. And, of course, conveyor belts are involved. Very slow ones for the start. But so far we have found some tin ore here. Buried this out. Got ourselves a little ore extractor there, a little storage, some conveyors, some power to supply it, coming over from our central processing hub, CPH. Copper there, tin here. Of course it's a conveyor belt. Of course. Did you expect anything else from me? Yeah. And then here's the central processing or central power hub being fed by a self-sufficient thing here. ore being extracted, transported in there, burning it to power, creating power so we can actually extract. So that's a little cycle there until the miniature ore supply here disappears. It's not endless. It's actually a really small supply here. Like only 0.04 million. Yeah, that's not much. But we're using that to supply the power for the other two there. And eventually, once we can make these laser energy transmitters, we will... That's what we're preparing here, our staircase to hell, we'll call it. As it basically goes down, 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 down forever. I've never... No, never made it actually to the bottom. That is true, Sigurd. That is true, yeah. I am a bit of a variety. I am, well, I lean towards conveyor games, but yeah, I play other kinds as well. Be it Jurassic, or be it Assassin's Creed, or be it whatever. Yeah, I have a favor for this. One might have noticed. So yeah, what we need to do is slowly but surely get our system set up. This is very basic automation setup here. We got the raw ore that we are extracting over there being smelted here. The smelted stuff, which is awkward. I actually set that up wrong. Um, just noticed we do not want the raw material over here. We want what comes out of here. The bars smelted from 4 raw ores become bars, and they can then actually be pressed, for example, here with the extruder from bars to wires. So we have a load of wires here made of copper. On the other side, for example, just an example, the tin also being smelted, because it requires 4 in the current cheapest setup to make one one tin ore, and that through a stamper can then make these plates. And that with that, combined with that, and that makes that and that. So it just keeps on going, right? These are the most primitive elements we can make, smelting them and pressing or extruding them, whatever. There are tons and tons of more recipes. But for now, we're trying to get an initial setup. For example, the laser energy transmitter. It might have to do with the basic laser for now, which we can actually already produce and then replace them over time, because those normal laser ones that actually have a range of 64, the basic one's 32, but they're not slow or anything like that, will help us transfer power down to the underworld. Yeah. And as soon as we can get iron, and from the looks of it, lithium. I'm guessing it requires lithium. Did it show that somewhere? Lithium? We can make the better ones. We can have longer ranges, don't have to, you know, longer distances that we can transport the power. There is no limitation, there's no loss when we transport it. It's just a distance that can be the range that it can be transported. For example, let's create a few of these. Crafting. Steal a few of these bars if we could. Not much to steal, because this one got stuck with the ore. Okay. That being done and said, let's see, where should we place it? Do we have... Might not be the best spot. I'd actually like to have it here. So what we could do... transfer the energy over here. And... for example, what I like to do... use the maximum range. We have nothing we need to build at this height. So what we can do is see how far is 32. Looks like the beam is still going. Is that not yet 32? That's awkward. There. That's the end of the beam. So what we can do now... it is beaming. It is not beaming. It is beaming. It is not beaming. Are you beaming or are you not beaming? We can check on a power storage. It is actually still... okay. That's awkward. How much is the... is that now the distance? No. Yes, no, yes, no. It's still transferring. I should have counted 32. I see that now. Dang it. Huh? Okay. Okay. Different, more expensive approach. Yeah, that is for later on. So what we're gonna do, we are going to pass this energy right here. So it's more visible. So we see that we actually have power here. Now that we're going to pass, let's say, that a ways. Something like that. Normally with storage, and if this were higher, we could go further. It just keeps it visible, so we know we actually have power coming along. Yep. Oops. All right. De-streaming. Yeah, thanks for the lurk. Thank you very much. Happy de-streaming thingamajigs. And thanks for the raid again. Thank you. Okay, this is the basic one. So we can produce these as soon as we have copper. Alright. But as you see, we're... Thank you, Sigarin. You too. If we don't see each other somewhere on stream or on Twitch, then wish you as well a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Happy de-streaming. A forced induction, yeah. Okay. This is slowly but surely filling up. do so we have a bit of copper as well. Use one of those bigger ones. Unfortunately, cannot do is take things off these conveyor belts. At least I haven't figured out how. Where'd musics go? I asked him a question, he left. Oh well. I did. I'm like, you're here. Oh. Yeah, like, what's your plan? Are you eating? Are you up for a round tonight or today? Whatever, it's tonight for me. Up for some split fiction? Or you just want to passively lurk and let the weekend kick over you?
Crafting.
Okay, waiting for this to fill up. Incoming orbital debris. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Where'd it go? Do we see it coming in? That was to vibrate. Ah! Fell in my own hole there. There it is. There it's coming in. Meow. Boom. So that basically landed somewhere over here. We're lucky we can get to it. It's a bit of a drop-off, though. We'll try anyways. Ow. So we do have drop damage. Damn it. Ah. 20 minutes? Next full hour? Yeah. I'll get up here. And where is it? It's blinking. There it is. It's a shininess here. There's the debris. There's something worth scanning. And inside of this, there is a research part. And eventually we'll need that. I don't think we can use it right now because, if I remember right, it requires at least a laboratory. Oh, shoot. I lost directions. Ow. Ow. What? Unknown block where? Or scanner. Nothing else? Okay. There we go. You can't really get that lost. If you go the wrong direction, you get to the mobs that are trying to kill you soon. And otherwise, it's basically just diagonal. I guess you could go the wrong diagonal. But yeah, it's basically a four-way system. Let's see. Try to get back without dropping down into that chest there. Wee. Wee. Ooh, wee. Right, what did we find? Unknown material process, bubble berry, and this crashed parts container is what we just scanned. Contains technical components we can use for research. More information? Check here. Contains technical components we can use for research. Yeah, that is some great help there. Nice. Oh, okay. Anthropological osteology. What? With all these perfect preserved animal parts we're finding, maybe some use can be made of this. That's pretty expensive. Base defense, I already said that. We really need to get that. We're coming to an end where we can research here. But we do have a lot of recipes. I'm flying over them. Research assembly. Laboratory component. Okay. Need that. Need that. That's a bit early. Solar cell increases efficiency of your suit's solar panels. That sounds cool. Lithium coal charger. We need that for some recipes. I guess so. I don't want to research that because I'm afraid that's going to trigger something already. I hope not. Yeah, anything that has to do with defense, I want to leave out for now. I feel anything of that is going to trigger the next stage. I have no idea what triggers it, and I think it's due to your progress in the game. So we're going to try to avoid some of those things. The macerator is pretty cool. Macerator, whatever. Like all the stone that we're finding, you can throw in there, and you might actually get something useful from it. All right. Okay. Copper. Copper. Yep. Raft 7. Crafting. That is not quite true because you're so fast at crafting. You are not crafting, you were. Okay. Might not be the best pattern. It's my pattern. That's how I get power down. Normally I'd have a storage there where I can then pull off. It's just we can't create these storage, what are they called? Power storage blocks yet. But I am trying to speed along a bit. Why does it smell like something's burning outside? God. Neighbors burning themselves again. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nah. Hello. Dave, welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day been going so far? Welcome in. Hope you're already in weekend mode. I am. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. So normally I do this. Let's do that. I'd have that there. Are you still busy at work? Oh, okay. But should be getting close. What is it? What time zone are you? Not sure you ever set it, but let's say it should be somewhere around 5, 6, 7 in the evening. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. 5. Okay, yeah. So you're. Oh, what's after Eastern time? Central? Is that already Central? I should have made this stuff higher. Very short distances here. Oh well. Once we have enough material of everything. Is that Eastern? That Eastern was 6 hours. Wait. Hmm? Oh, it is 6 hours. Duh. Okay. Never mind. Yep. Being this deep underground area gets toxic. Yeah, right. Yeah, this could work a bit faster. Let's take it forever. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to steal this copper. Coal. Hello, Katie. Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. 7-stream streak. Why didn't I hear that? And a posture check. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Maker Steve. Those things don't create any kinds of alerts, so I likely missed them, but thank you for the 7-stream streak. I think something broke there at one of the... Okay, that worked. Nice. Things are starting to work out with my little helper. He's more than just a chatbot now. He's taking care of all those shenanigans going on chat. One single spot. I know there's tools out there. Just an experiment. But yeah. Maker's Day, finally I have a first in here. Somebody is in my chat. Nice. Good, what I'm gonna do, it is a few minutes early, but music's popped up. And I'm going to slowly but surely switch the game for that. I am going to mentally also switch the game in my mind. I hope you guys got a first impression of this. It is very colorful. And this is a very, 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 very early state of the game. Yeah. I'm taking a short break as well, yeah. Also suggest, I mean, some of you just popped in, might be awkward to already stand up. But, yeah. This was FortressCraft Evolved. He is worth every single cent the game costs. I'm not sure what the price at the moment is, but if you like these kind of conveyor-ish resource management, smelter detected at roof. What? Did you mean to set permission? You're right. Add only. This one is remove only. I hope you're happy that this one is also add only. This one is remove only. It's already set up. Okay. Yeah, it's a first impression of this conveyor type of game. The world is limited XY wise. I mean, it keeps on going, but there are the enemies out there in a diagonal 45 degree, 45 degree, and they will soon start sending stuff at us. And if we're not prepared, we're gonna die. I did set the limitations a bit lower just so I can, take care of stream and stuff like that. Don't have to worry about that too early, but you can go as high as you want. It's not an expensive game. Like I said, if you like this kind of resource and Minecraft-ish look, feel, down it goes. I think the lowest I was like 1500 under surface, and we barely made it to 20 or 30 or whatever that was now. Not going to reveal too much what is down there, but there are quite a bit of interesting stuff going on down there. Different kinds of materials, minerals. So far we only have coal and tin. And we did just detect iron. So we're going to see how we can get that transported up here. Maybe somehow also automated. Like the conveyor belts and the power stations or the power transmitters and. But yeah, if you like this, it's going to go to YouTube. Feel free to rewatch it there. Whatever you do on YouTube, thumbs up, like it. Yeah, stuff like that. And if you wish, leave a comment to let me know, should I continue this or just leave it as a showcase? Otherwise, I might actually make a series out of it. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for FortressCraft Evolved for now. I'm switching games. I'm going to give you guys a last chance to play that guessing game, and while that is up, I hope that's going to be up. Shoot, I don't have that on the other screen. Never mind. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to switch to the switching game scene. Nobody was guessing today anyway, so I'm going to probably drop that other mega quiz gaming thing. And yeah, let me switch games. I have to resize it anyways. It doesn't remember the size. So if you have beverages to get, popcorn, chocolate, have to go around the corner or anything, do it now. Thank you and stick around. I'll be right back.